Hey everyone, this is Justin with Living to Camp, and I'm about to stealth camp next to the desert home of one of Hollywood's greatest legends. Let's get camping. As you can see, there's the house right there in the middle of this huge Joshua tree forest in the middle of the desert. And I'm going to find a place to camp nearby. There is no trespassing signs posted over there at that fence line, so I'm outside of that, but still, I'll still be keeping a low profile. There's actually 2 police officers that have trailers right next to the house, and a caretaker. They may not take too kindly to me camping out here, so. Little bird's nest there. So there's the house right there, but I think I found a good spot. There's these yucca trees out here, and I think I can hide kind of behind some of them here in this area right here. I think I can set up my shelter right here and be able to, as long as I'm below here, I don't think they'll be able to see me from there in that direction. All right, I think this is going to work. Got this nice low chair here. I wore the shemagh this time because there's no clouds, and it's hotter this week than it's been in a while, in the 90s. So just covering the neck. As a way of an explanation, this is the desert home of Clara Bow. And a lot of people don't know the name Clara Bow because she was a huge star in the 1920s, in the classic era of Hollywood, during the silent era. So, unless you were alive during that time or shortly thereafter, you may not have heard of her. And she did kind of end her career earlier than most people do. But for the time, in the 1920s, she was a prolific actor and one of the most popular, well-known actresses ever. At the time you had half of America, filing into movie theaters every week. There was no home televisions. That was the main form of entertainment. There was radio, and that was starting to become more of a thing, but people would go to the movie theaters. And she became so popular that people would go, they wouldn't care about the story, they would go see the movie because of her, because she was in it. She's known as Hollywood's It Girl. She was in a movie called It Girl, and the term It Girl still actually is used today to some degree. It's fallen out of favor to some degree because calling women girls is sort of demeaning. But it was coined by a British novelist, a woman who described it as a woman that didn't just have beauty, but they just had some kind of almost undescribable characteristic that gave them appeal. And Clara Bow definitely had that, especially on the screen. Some people say it was in her eyes, in her expressions, the way she expressed herself on screen, which was vitally important during the silent era. And maybe that's true. But she had something that was undescribable, a je ne sais quoi. And that's what made her That's what made people fall in love with her on the screen. She wound up leaving Hollywood and living in that home with her husband for, I think, a couple of decades. This was a ranch out here. I'll tell you more about it. I'm going to get set up and we'll get something to eat and we'll talk more about her significance. Well, it's nothing too fancy, but basically just a nice little lean-to structure here for me to put my pad and sleeping bag underneath. And it's low profile, which is the idea here. Subdued color. Hopefully it'll do the trick. Alright, then I have just this footprint, this little ground cover that I use often. One thing that presents a challenge out here is these burrs. They're just in wads of grass. They are vicious. I think they come off of these cholla cactus maybe. And then I got this sleeping pad you've seen me use before. Self-inflating. Just open up the plug here. Well, all right, we got that set up. So let's go over in that direction. I don't know if you can see the house behind me, but let's go over there and see if you can see this. Well, there it is right there. It's getting some light off of it. There's the house there. Not bad, I can already not see it. You can see a sign that says no trespassing. Maybe it says something else, I don't know. Now right here is a tortoise exclusion fence. I could keep going, but I think I will stop here. The house is right there. And you can see there are some other buildings over there. And what you can't see right here anyways, I'll see if I can move over and see if I can get a look. But over on that side of the property are a couple of trailers with Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department and a caretaker that live there full time, so definitely want to keep a low profile. Someone's coming here in a car. See if they can see us from the road at all. So I don't think anyone from the road can really see me. They're on their way to, there's a mine out in that direction. Not gonna be much traffic out here, but I'm gonna go by the car because the car's parked closer to the road, just off the road on a little side road, hidden by some creosote and stuff. So we'll go check that out too. Let's go over here first and see if we can see the trailers. Alright, so you can kind of see through the bushes there. It's a mobile home. So I don't want anyone to see me walk around out here. If so, no big deal, because we're just doing some bird photography. But I think it's good to just lay low. We're going to go towards the car now. Watching out for rattlesnakes and cholla bushes. Those will get you good. I already got a little bit in the leg. Luckily, these tactical pants are pretty thick and no big deal. Right, there's the vehicle, so you can see it's kind of hidden. Alright, we got the bed all set up here. I think that warrants a tasty beverage. Got another Calypso. I enjoyed the last one so much, I was like, I gotta have another one. This is a pineapple peach limeade. I don't know if it's not, we'll see if it's as good as the peach lemonade, the southern peach lemonade. But so I think we'll get some food going here. A couple things that are noteworthy is that she came from poverty, from Brooklyn, I think, in New York, and yeah, the Hollywood elite didn't really like that or the choices she made in her life. She was kind of an outcast in Hollywood, even though she was one of the biggest stars. The studios loved her though, because she brought in the audience, she brought in the money. So she kept making films. She had a lot of men come in and out of her life, and those, I think, caused pain for her. But then she met Rex Bell, and he was a man who, I think he had kind of old-fashioned values, and he cared about her, cared about her happiness, wanted to take care of her. So he stood by her through a lot. And when, you know, she faced slander and shunning in Hollywood, they came out here to get away from Hollywood. Yeah, this is probably what the freeway anyways, 5-hour drive from Los Angeles, but back then it would have probably taken a little longer. But she was able to come out here and find peace, at least for a time. So, in honor of Clara Bow, apparently one of the jobs she had back in New York, kind of where she, maybe it was discovered, I've read, is at the Nathan's famous hot dog stand at Coney Island. I think it says it was established in 1916, so it's right around the time that she was there. So she was there when it was brand new. So I'm gonna make some Nathan's famous hot dogs tonight. A couple of my own additions. Alright, we got the little stove here because there is fire restrictions. So we're using basic propane butane mixture. Backpacking stove, sometimes they call it. Very lightweight and portable, which is great for this kind of thing. But it's also just a great little burner. Bacon. And then you cook the hot dogs in the bacon fat, don't you? And I got the pretzel buns again. This time I'm going to put them in this container with the lid on and just warm them up and get them nice and soft. Alright, the sun's going down. Little sunset, little bacon avocado hot dog. Nathan's original. It's a little messy, but it's unbelievably delicious. Pretzel bun. Definitely recommend that. Well, the kind of final chapter about Clara Bow. She did go back to Hollywood and make a few more films. But then she ended her career. She came out here permanently with her husband, Rex Bell. They spent a few decades out here. Then Rex decided he wanted to run for public office here in Nevada. And in fact, he did, and he became the lieutenant governor. But Clara Bow was not down for being in public life again. And that kind of was a breaking point for her. I mean, I don't blame Rex for wanting to get out of the house and do something with his life. Oh, this seems pretty perfect out here. But people get restless and ambitious. And ultimately he chose public office over his marriage. I think from when I read, Clara tried to take her life, overdose on pills, but she was unsuccessful. Wound up in a mental institution back east somewhere. They diagnosed her with schizophrenia, although there was some dispute. Maybe it was insomnia. But either way, she was having mental health issues, and her marriage ended. And she never lived here again. She lived out the last few years of her life until 60 in California. Yeah, it turned out that her father, after her mother was committed, and her mother did pass away, but it turns out her father had molested her, and so I think she had a troubled life. A lot of people would say she had a blessed life, but a lot of troubles too. Debating whether to include this, but yeah, it's part of the story of life, I guess. It just goes to show that the celebrity life isn't always what it's cracked up to be. Fortune and fame don't necessarily bring happiness. I think that's why they came out here. But, maybe Rex got the itch for it again. Maybe that's what disrupted it, the peace that they had found here. Anyway, it's a beautiful landscape. It's now been returned. It was a ranch, all of this out here. It's been returned to the public. There's some mines out here, but for the most part, the ranching's gone, and it's all, that's why we're able to adventure out here. I'm just enjoying this twilight light here, and that was a great dinner. And I don't suspect much going on around here tomorrow morning, but we will probably get on out of here so we don't wear out our welcome, as they say. So far, so good. Nice and quiet. Well, good morning, y'all. It is a fabulous morning here in the desert. Got some amazing shots last night. Went ahead and decided to be creative. Do something different, even though I'm in a location similar to where I was last week. And I think it turned out well.
But the sun is coming up, and I don't know what kind of activity is going to be happening over by the house this morning, if any, but I think I will get my stuff together here and get on out of here, go home.
All right. A couple of vehicles just went by. In fact, vehicles have been going by all morning since about 5 o'clock in the morning to probably the mine out here. There's big trucks mostly. So anyway, the coast is clear. So we're going to make a V-line for the car. See you later, Clara Bow. There's the car. Well, all right, people. That was fun and exhilarating. No troubles, thankfully. And a really enjoyable time. I hope that you enjoyed it. They like to come along camping with me. And, I hope you'll, if you liked it, you'll subscribe to the channel, give us a like. And tell me what you thought about the stealth camping here. And I don't know how I am as a storyteller. I really enjoy listening to stories. I don't know if I'm great at telling them, but, if you thought I told a good story here, let me know. I'd love to hear. Otherwise, thanks for watching. And don't forget to check out the other camping videos on the channel. We're building them up every Thursday. And signing off. Let's get camping.